And we've been saying, through the last few days, there have been lots of elements to the President's visit here. There have been diplomatic elements, political, but also very personal. And I think today's also been a spiritual day for the President. As you were saying there, he went to Knock Shrine. And from all accounts, it was a pretty emotional visit. He visited the shrine. He also went to the hospice, which was dedicated in the memory of his son, Beau, who died of brain cancer. And at the Knock Shrine, which is one of the preeminent, if not the preeminent Catholic shrine and place of pilgrimage in Ireland, the priest there, Frank O'Grady, brought Biden to tears, we're told, when he met him as Father Frank performed the final sacrament for his son. And this is how Father Frank described that moment.
He became emotional, when he was in the chapel, and then the question came up. Then Father Gibbons, the priest, said, "Then, well, the priest that kind of supported your son works here at Knock," and he didn't know I worked there. So then he sent over for me to go and see him. And when I see him, he was a little bit emotional. The last time we met was when his son was very ill 8 years ago, and I guess it all came back to him.
Father Frank O'Grady there. And Dominic, as you say, that really just makes it clear, doesn't it, that this element, this part of the trip, this final day of Biden's time in Ireland, it is a personal pilgrimage for him, and it's really sensitive as well with the sort of tragic circumstances that the Biden family have had to deal with these past few decades.
Personal for him and personal for the town too. And the people we've been talking to as they've been preparing for his visit, lining the banks of the river here in their thousands, they've been saying that they're welcoming home a son, and he is a long-lost son of the town, because of course his great-great-great-grandfather lived here, Edward Blewett, and his son left the country because of the economic situation in the mid-19th century, then came back and took his father and mother back with him. And his father, Edward Blewett, paid for some of that visit by selling bricks to build the cathedral behind us here. So there's a whole lot of family history bound up here, which is why he is, the Irish are very fond of Joe Biden because he's so fiercely Irish-American. But particularly here in Ballina, they are very fond of him. It's a very personal connection they have with him, which is why the streets here are lined. Almost every shop has some kind of poster, some kind of tribute welcoming him here, and why they're coming out in their thousands tonight to listen to him before his trip here to the island of Ireland comes to an end.
And Dominic, as we're talking, I'm seeing more and more people arriving. Tens of thousands expected here to hear the President speak. You can see the scene there along the River Moy. People on both sides of the banks. We're just in front of the cathedral there, you can see on your screen, awaiting President Biden. He's due here at around 9 o'clock, and of course we'll bring you that as and when it happens. As Dominic says, before the President speaks, the chieftains are going to be taking to the stage that famous Irish folk band, and we'll bring you a little bit of that too. But for now, it's back to Wilf.